Hello everyone, it's Joshua with Live For You Counseling. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'd love for you to be a part of our growing community where we talk about mental health, self-development, and spirituality. Now, please do yourself a favor right now and hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. You really do not want to miss what we have in store for you, and it also helps us reach more people. So in our last video, we talked about why people may benefit from going to therapy, and I honestly think that everyone could benefit from going to therapy, but that's just my perspective. But it dawned on me as I was reflecting upon our discussion that the bigger question might be for some of you, what is the actual first session like? So I'm gonna be discussing that in today's video.
Don't let them dim your light. You are worth the fight. You shine so bright. Live for you. Your colors vibrantly ignites the fire in me. You're my inspiration. Keep living. Live for you. Keep your head up when you're knocked down. Get up.
One of the things that I will say about the first session is there are a lot of nerves, right? Anxiety may be going through your head because this is new, right? You might be thinking, are they gonna like shock me or something or do something crazy? But I promise none of that goes on, and that's highly unethical. It's a lot for many of you to go to a first session because you're sitting across from a stranger, you're sharing intimate details about your life that you may have not shared with your family or friends. So I get it personally, I really do. The first thing I want to say is you can ease some of the anxiety that you have. Many providers offer a telephone consultation before they take you on as a client. I'm not saying that all of them do, but some of them may offer that. So that can kind of ease a little bit of the anxiety so that you hear what their voice sounds like and can kind of be reassured by them on that call if it's offered. Another thing that I will say is it's always a good idea for the first session to come a little bit early because like with any provider you go to, there is paperwork and paperwork and paperwork. But many of the providers are starting to move to a digital format where they'll send some of the paperwork to you online. So in some cases you might be able to skip that step. But when you first get there may be a receptionist in the lobby area, kind of like when you go to your doctor's office, you check in with a receptionist. That might be the setup, or if it's a private practice, there may not be a receptionist there, but you'll just sit in the waiting room until your therapist comes out. And then once your therapist comes out, then they'll welcome and greet you and take you to their office and likely have a little bit of small talk with you before they ease into some of the bigger discussions. One of the bigger pieces of discussion that will come up in your first session is informed consent. So that's like when your therapist goes over things like confidentiality, what to expect in treatment, and policies, financial responsibility, things of that nature. They're gonna go over things like that with you. And it's an important piece that your therapist should be going over with you because if you think about it, right, you as a client, you want to know what you're getting yourself into, and it's your therapist's responsibility to let you know all of the expectations and things involved in that professional relationship. And I think as a therapist myself, I really value spending time talking about those things because when I mentioned financial responsibility, it's important that the fees of the services be explained so that like, you know, you as a client, you're not getting this bill and you're like, oh my gosh, it's so expensive, right? You'd be livid if that happened. So I think that all therapists should be doing that. We each have our different style of how we run our intakes, but a lot of the things I'm discussing today are some staples in it. So once your therapist goes over those details, then they may ask you a question like, what's bringing you into therapy today? Or is this your first time trying therapy, right? That gives you an opportunity to share your problem story with your therapist and concerns and even your past experiences with treatment. Give your therapist a bigger idea of what's going on with you. And then also the therapist is going to ask you some more follow-up questions, not to pry, but to get a bigger picture of how they can serve you and who you are. So like, what was your childhood like? What's your current family situation, work situation, life circumstances? All those things help the therapist to identify what you're going to need in treatment, right? And then the therapist will also discuss other aspects of your symptoms. Like they'll talk about how long has the symptoms been going on. That's a big indicator for us to determine what we're actually treating. In the last video, I talked about how there can be, actual mental health disorders, and then there can be what we call in therapy adjustment disorders. So where different things have happened in life that kind of have knocked us off course, and we just need a little bit of help getting back started. Your therapist is just going to be gathering information in that first session, kind of like an interview, but it's not a one-sided interview. You have opportunity in the session to ask questions too, and you should ask questions so that you can tell your therapist what it is that you need and make sure that they're equipped to provide the services that you're needing at that time. Once your session is concluded, your therapist is going to likely schedule some follow-up sessions with you, right? And those sessions range from either weekly or bi-weekly. It just really depends upon what your needs are. Some people go weekly, some people don't feel a need to go on a weekly basis. It just really depends on what you need. Once you're scheduled, then your therapist will walk you out, and then you'll have an opportunity to reflect upon what happened in your session, and the follow-up session that you'll be able to pick back up on what you shared. So your problem story, a lot of times you may feel rushed to get everything out, but that follow-up session is an opportunity for you to share even more. Or sometimes you might be like me and forget things that you want to say to your therapist. So you'll have an opportunity in your follow-up session to share anything that you forgot or any other pertinent details that you want to discuss. So I hope that this video helped you, that you got some type of value out of it. And remember that no matter where you're at in your therapeutic journey, it's never about it being a perfect time to start therapy. Now is the time, and taking the first step is the biggest challenge for many of you, but you don't have to do it alone. I'll be more than willing in my videos to discuss any more questions you have about your first session if you like. So please feel free to comment below. And again, thank you so much for taking time to visit. Please like and subscribe to our channel and share this video with anyone that you think may benefit from it. Again, I'm Joshua with Live For You Counseling, and live for you.